Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, original crew, man? We're back today. Y'all know we tapped in on the top 10 most wanted by the FBI, right? This time we got top 10 most wanted fugitives that were actually possibly caught, but yet extinguished by the FBI. Got rid of. I don't want to say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's too early in the video to start saying certain terminologies. If you catch my drift, we roll that boat.
Come on, babe.
But with that being said, before we get into it today, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want the first part, you got to do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals.
Lock it in with a thumbs up.
But hey, man, let's hop into it. Let's check it out. We'll see what Watch Mojo got cooked up. Ready?
I'm ready.
Hopefully we get Rebecca back, man. Can we get Miss Mojo? The dude, though, it don't
think it hit the same.
It don't hit the same, bro.
I feel you.
You know
Let's
what
see
I'm
who
saying?
we got.
Let's see who we got.
A weeks-long manhunt for a fugitive from Maryland came to an end yesterday.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're looking
Tom.
It's a
at
whole different person.
What's up,
criminals
Tom?
who were killed by the FBI.
Come on, boys, we're going for the record.
Oh,
Oh, brother. What's
what's called gonna be on here? Bunny and Clyde. They should be on here, right? When they on the FBI most wanted list, they were going down. Did you know they still have the car? Mm-hmm. And they got it in the museum, and they got like they materials and stuff.
Yeah, we
display.
watched it together.
Did we see that shirt? And it had all the holes in it and
Yeah.
stuff. How y'all just had that on display? Like, oh yeah, it's kind of weird and sick.
Yeah. I've always thought stuff like that was, but people love to go see it.
3 banks in 2 hours.
Roy McGrath.
The ex-chief of staff for Maryland's former governor died during a shootout in Knoxville, Tennessee.
What?
Video from the scene shows a car window that appears to be shattered from gunfire.
This political operative served as director of the Maryland Environmental Service and briefly worked as chief of staff to the governor of Maryland, Larry Hogan. However, he was forced to resign after getting caught in a financial scandal and was later charged with falsification of records and wire fraud. However, he failed to appear in court and became a federal fugitive.
There has since been a 3-week manhunt which ended tragically in Knoxville, Tennessee last night. Law enforcement caught up with Roy.
We don't never get the news out of Knoxville of what's going on.
When did this happen? What year?
I don't know, but I don't never hear nothing coming out of Knoxville. Not too much. That's crazy, ain't it?
You don't get... Yeah,
I
I
don't
guess
get
so.
much information about Knoxville.
I don't know how...
If somebody don't post...
I think it's because you have yours set up a certain way, maybe. Because I get everything.
I'm saying I don't pay attention to what's going on.
I got you.
I don't hear unless somebody from that way that's here, I went to school with or something, talk about what's going on over there. Outside of that,
Okay, I got you.
you don't really hear much coverage about that. It's just more regional.
McGrath, who'd been on the lam for nearly a month.
The FBI tracked him down through cell phone signals and credit card records. And on April 3rd, 2023, agents moved to arrest McGrath outside of a Tennessee Costco. He fled, resulting in a police chase that ended when he became boxed in. FBI agents shot McGrath at the exact same time that he turned his gun on himself. It's unclear which was the fatal blow.
Autopsy determined McGrath suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound to his head and another shot striking his left cheek fired by an FBI agent.
Craig Robertson.
New details about the Utah man who...
What you think, see?
Wow.
That's some speculations now.
Wow.
But anyway, it could possibly be still. But you don't know which one was the fatal shot, though.
I'm pretty sure the one...
Because what if he got hit in the jaw and then jerked when he got hit? And
I guess that'll be... Can they determine which one was done first?
Not necessarily. That's crazy.
But either way it goes, the
I didn't
story
even hear
this
about
is crazy.
this.
Now, this one I didn't hear about.
I know.
For it to just be last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't heard nothing about that.
Cheek fired by an FBI agent.
Craig Robertson.
New details about the Utah man who was killed by the FBI as they tried to arrest him for allegedly threatening to assassinate President Biden.
In September of 2022, 74-year-old Craig Robertson made his first of many threats against President Joe Biden.
Now, let's all be honest.
I don't put them past nobody.
But let's all be honest, though. This man barely wobble out the house.
That don't mean that you can't pull no.
But I'm just saying, like, he ain't that big of a... He a threat, but he ain't...
Child, man.
It's going to take him a minute.
Yeah, man. But I don't put them past nobody. I don't underestimate nobody just because they look or move in a certain way.
Girls, did you not see him coming out that house?
I seen him.
As they tried to arrest him for allegedly threatening to assassinate President Biden.
In September of 2022, 74-year-old Craig Robertson made his first of many threats against President Joe Biden, writing, "The time is right for a presidential assassination or two. First Joe, then Kamala." Biden was a repeated target of Robertson's online threats, but so too were California Governor Gavin Newsom, District Attorney Alvin Bragg, and Attorneys General Letitia James and Merrick Garland.
Robertson made threats against President Biden and other officials on social media before his death.
His violent posts eventually caught the attention of the FBI National Threats Operations Center. They began monitoring Robertson, and on the morning of August 9, 2023, they arrived at his Utah home to serve an arrest warrant. However, Robertson was prepared and allegedly began firing at the agents with a revolver. He was killed by returning fire.
Robertson was killed when agents say they tried to arrest him for posting dozens of threats against President Biden online.
Toby Wiggins.
More breaking news tonight out of Atmore. The FBI has shot and killed.
No, I'm saying his old ass needs to stay out the... Well, he dead and all. But
like
he should have stayed out... Bro, you were 74, bro. I ain't gonna say. I ain't gonna say what I want to say.
Online on Facebook and stuff.
I ain't even gonna say what I want to say.
And my thing is just like let them arrest you, investigate whatever they go. I don't know how they handle
he was still gonna come out and do the same shit. He probably wasn't gonna stop until he able to try to wobble.
And I guess with that you can't take anything lightly. Some people do just be online talking. Some people do actually do what they say they're gonna do. So. That's my thing. You can't put nothing past him.
At 74, all you gotta do is trip his ass. He gonna break a hip.
A wanted murder suspect out of Charlotte, North Carolina in Escambia County, Alabama tonight.
Back in 2020, Alabama native Toby Wiggins attracted the attention of the FBI. He had become the prime suspect in the death of 39-year-old Kashana Tate, and he was charged with first-degree murder. With federal warrants out for his arrest, FBI agents stormed Wiggins' trailer park home in Atmore, Alabama.
The FBI did not release any information about what led up to the shooting, but witnesses say they heard multiple gunshots.
They provided a telephone to Wiggins, and a tense standoff occurred with Wiggins periodically breaking from the conversation to wave at the growing crowd and blow them kisses. With negotiations having failed, Wiggins later emerged from the trailer with a shirt over his right arm. It's believed that this shirt concealed a weapon, as agents soon fired multiple shots into Wiggins, killing him at the scene.
You can see in the distance a tense setup and crime scene tape still surrounding the home where Toby Wiggins was shot and killed yesterday.
Robert T. Matthews.
I remember.
Did they find a weapon under the shirt? I would have liked to just known the information. Like, what did he have, like, wrapped around his hand? Was it a weapon in his hand? Or
but also, bro, you did the crime. Go do the damn
time.
Go
do the time. Facts.
Bro,
that's what I just don't be understanding. Like, y'all be out here doing stuff and then want to, like,
but you know what it is, though, possibly? Like, they probably can kill somebody, but they can't do it to themselves. So it's like you still don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to do it. You just can't pull the trigger to do it to yourself.
And you don't want to get locked up. So you do stuff like this so that because you know that's what's going to happen. That's going to be the end result.
Yeah. That's what a lot of times that's what it be, though.
Home where Toby Wiggins was shot and killed yesterday.
Robert T. Matthews.
I remember thinking that finally, after all this work, I'm going to come face to face with Bob Matthews.
The manhunt of Robert T. Matthews sounds like something out of a movie. Matthews was a known neo-Nazi, and in 1984, he shot and wounded an FBI agent in Oregon. The Bureau then tracked Matthews to a house on Whidbey Island in Washington and laid him under siege for 2 days. Matthews proved confrontational, and after tear gas failed to flush him out, agents began firing into the structure with machine guns and other large weapons.
The roar of the weapon that Matthews was using was unbelievable. Well, I've been involved in gun battles during my tenure in the FBI, but never anything like this.
Meanwhile, gunfire continued to erupt from the house, suggesting that Matthews was still alive. Eventually, an FBI helicopter fired illumination flares into the house, resulting in a huge explosion that destroyed the homestead and killed Matthews.
The leader of the order never emerges from his safe house.
I will never submit nor surrender. Goodbye, kinsman.
Bob Matthews' war with the government has finally come to an end.
Greg Carlson.
I think I heard about this story before, like this one. Mm-hmm. I think I heard about it through something else, and I want to say they kind of did a movie, like this particular scene was involved in it. Mm-hmm. But I'm not 100% sure to be able to like verify
that this is the same story.
I just know you be all in their ear. Your mic.
Okay, be quiet real quick.
Yeah, you do. You just be turning their ears up. Y'all, she do the most.
Yo, I can't sit still. I don't know, child.
That's pitiful, man.
Matthews' war with the government has finally come to an end.
Greg Carlson.
Armed, dangerous,
I feel like
and
I've
on the
seen
run.
him before,
Los
too.
Angeles
Have
man
you?
wanted for sex assault is now on the FBI's most wanted list.
In September of 2018, Greg Carlson was added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list after committing a series of armed sexual assaults in the greater Los Angeles area. Carlson was arrested for the crimes in 2017 but fled after posting bond. He was later spotted in Florida, Alabama, and South Carolina, and the FBI became involved when he was charged with unlawful.
He post
bond and fled.
Okay.
I guess this is not a murder involved.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's okay. I was trying to make sure I heard that right.
In Florida, Alabama, and South Carolina, and the FBI became involved when he was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution.
He was then cited in Jacksonville, Florida in November of 2017, then in Daytona Beach in late November of 2017, and nothing since then. He's vanished, gone.
Fast forward to February 2019, when a North Carolina police officer spotted Carlson's car in the parking lot of a local hotel. The FBI was called and stormed his hotel room, resulting in a brief altercation that ended in Carlson's death.
The agents tracked him down to this hotel behind me early this morning, where they say he was shot and killed by an FBI agent as they tried to take him into custody.
Ma Barker.
And I'll help you, Cody, like always. You'll be out soon, back on top of the world.
When you're around, Ma, nothing can stop me.
Real name Arizona Clark, Ma Barker was purported to be the genius matriarch of the Depression-era Barker Carpus gang. But this was mostly just FBI propaganda. No, Barker wasn't entirely innocent. She was most definitely an accessory, as she knew of her children's criminal empire and even helped them hide from the police.
Top of the world, son.
Don't know what I'd do without you, Ma.
But she was no leader. As told by bank robber Harvey Bailey, she couldn't even plan breakfast. Regardless, Barker was grouped with her sons, and on January 16, 1935, the FBI stormed their Florida hideout, killing Barker and her son Fred. It's now widely believed that director J. Edgar Hoover made up the claims about Barker to justify their shooting of her.
The house was made famous in 1935 when gangster Fred Barker and his mother were killed in a shootout with the FBI.
Al Brady.
It's a case that...
Oh, wow. They do say J. Edgar Hoover did a lot of evil things and made people believe things happen. What, you finna go look up?
Yeah, I just want to see something.
But they said J. Edgar Hoover was very evil, for lack of, you know what I'm saying, in-depth terms about it. But yeah, that's what I heard.
Barker and his mother were killed in a shootout with the FBI.
Al Brady.
It's a case that concluded with one of the bloodiest firefights in the history of a New England state.
Bangor, Maine is known for two things, being the home of Stephen King and the location of Al Brady's explosive final moments. Brady was a Depression-era gangster and murderer who became an FBI public enemy after stealing roughly $5,000. He eventually made his way to Bangor and attempted to purchase 500 rounds of ammo from a local gun dealer. Suspicious with the request and the large bills that Brady had used, the owner contacted the police, and when Brady returned to pick up his order, he found FBI agents waiting for him.
We staked out the place. We put 2 agents in the store acting as clerks. We had 2 agents upstairs. We had agents out on the street.
A furious shootout then erupted. with Brady and his partner Clarence Schaefer being gunned down by FBI agent Walter Walsh. The story soon became a famous piece of Bangor lore.
While it was a tragic and dramatic event, it really has just those lingering effects in the fabric of our history.
Babyface Nelson.
Okay, folks, hold your applause and drop your drawers. I'm George Nelson, and I'm here to sack the city, eat a beaner.
One of the most notorious criminals in American history, Babyface Nelson was a known bank robber, and on November 27, 1934, he was public enemy number 1. It was on that date that Nelson would go down in what is now known as the Battle of Barrington. Nelson and a car full of FBI agents passed each other on Highway 12 in Illinois, resulting in a violent chase.
Callie, you see a car? Ford, yeah, it's going the other way. Turn around. Madonna, get in. It's Nelson.
It ended in Barrington's Northside Park, where a massive shootout occurred. 2 agents were killed in the exchange, and Nelson was fatally wounded after receiving 9 shots, 8 shotgun pellets to the leg and 1 slug to the gut. He made it to his safe house in Wilmette, but succumbed to his injuries later that evening.
The man with the getaway wasn't John Dillinger. That was Babyface Nelson.
Pretty Boy Floyd.
That's crazy. Hey. I'm gonna have to look up, like, I know you can go down a rabbit hole with all these. So, say for instance, you look up like who I said in the beginning, the couple.
Bunny and Clyde.
Bunny and Clyde. If you look up Bunny and Clyde, and then you'll get this person, then you get this person, then you get this person, because a lot of them were connected. A lot of them, at some point or another, they worked together on a heist or something, and this person worked with that person worked with that person, and you can go down a rabbit hole. Have you ever did research?
No.
I have. And then you just said, dang, okay, what am I going to do about it? You be like, okay. You be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I have, though.
Dillinger. That was Babyface Nelson.
Pretty Boy Floyd.
Floyd! Halt!
These old-timey gangsters loved them a good nickname. Another famous bank robber of the 1930s, Pretty Boy Floyd attracted attention not just because of his exploits, but because he freed many people from debt by burning mortgage documents. In this regard, he was considered something of a folk hero by the American public. But folk hero or not, his crime still attracted the attention of the FBI, and they got him on October 22nd, 1934. The story has about 1 million different versions, as accounts differ wildly depending on who's telling it, but the result is the same. Floyd was shot and killed in a cornfield outside the city of East Liverpool, Ohio. His funeral was attended by up to 40,000 people.
They just killed me. So you can go out now.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe.
Damn. He said you can go ahead right in hell. That's what he said. Damn, that's crazy, bro.
Things and switch on notifications. John Dillinger.
Mr. Blue is
Have you ever heard of him?
I've heard. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, he's famous. He's famous.
That is Dillinger.
Accused of robbing 24 banks and 4 police stations, John Dillinger is one of the most famous of the Depression gangsters, and his death is Chicago legend. On July 22nd, 1934, Dillinger was leaving the Biograph Theater when he spotted federal agents waiting for him. He fled into a nearby alley, but the FBI had planned for this and had already closed it off.
You and your men take the hat store right across from the theater. Smith, Joanne, Clay, take 2 agents. You cover the rear alley.
3 agents pursued Dillinger into the alley and shot at him, hitting him a total of 4 times. The fatal shot entered his neck and severed his spinal cord, effectively killing him instantly. Legend has it that bystanders were so enamored with the scene and the legend of Dillinger that they dipped their handkerchiefs in his blood as a macabre souvenir.
You take care of this. I need to go call Watson.
What?
What do you think of these stories? Let us know in the comments below.
It is by such methods that our bureau will get John Dillinger.
Did you?
Bro, you know how many people be that obsessed?
I was about to say like you hear about like stories like this and you like they robbing. I guess like people like, well, they never robbed me. Like they robbing banks and they're robbing like police stations and they whatever the case may be. Like, and people do like idolize them. It's like this big. Cause what? Dipping your handkerchief in his blood? That's crazy. That's crazy. To keep it, to have something, a piece, to tell a story. This is, that's crazy to me. That's insane.
Yeah.
But you hear about stuff like that all the time, though.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true, man. But hey, y'all spam us up in the comments. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are.
Peace.